What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, and today we're going to be discussing the draft pick trade during the 2003 NFL Draft that would eventually lead to the New England Patriots selecting Vince Wilfork. Before we get to Wilfork, we have to discuss the original trade. So the original trade saw the Baltimore Ravens acquire the 19th overall pick in the draft from New England in exchange for pick number 41 and a 2004 first-round pick. So, with the 19th pick that the Ravens traded up to get, they selected quarterback Kyle Boller. So Kyle Boller was a decent starter, not great, but a decent starter from 2003 to 2005. But he would end up dealing with various injuries throughout his career. He ends up becoming a backup for 2 years, but then he would see playing time whenever the starter would get hurt, which was unfortunately not an uncommon sight for Baltimore fans. Now, he ends up being the starting quarterback in the 2007 season when the Ravens would lose to the 1-15 2007 Dolphins. So he was the one quarterback to lose to the Dolphins in 2007, in other words. And he ends up missing all of 2008 due to an injury before he himself ends up he just walks in free agency. Not the franchise quarterback Baltimore was hoping to get. So what did the two picks that they traded to New England turn into? So the 41st pick in the 2003 draft ends up getting shipped to Houston along with the 75th pick in exchange for picks number 36 and 117. So on New England's side, the 36th pick would become safety Eugene Wilson. So Eugene Wilson was an average starter for 3 seasons before becoming a backup for 2 more seasons and then just walking. The other player at 117 would be defensive tackle Dan Cloco. So Dan Cloco, he ends up being a decent depth piece for 3 seasons. Interestingly enough for him, he was also used as a fullback at times. So they would give him the ball at like the 1-yard line, or they would just kind of put him out there as a blocker. So now we're going to quickly discuss the 2004 first-round pick. So that pick would become the 21st overall selection in the draft. With that selection, the Patriots would select defensive tackle Vince Wilfork. And Wilfork became a starter midway through his rookie season in 2004 and never looked back. He was a dominant force as a run stuffer. So he wasn't necessarily the pass rusher that you want, but he was an amazing run stuffer. He just, come 2007, when the Patriots obviously go 16-0 in the regular season, he starts getting to his pass rushing abilities, and he becomes a stud in New England through 2012. Now, in 2013, he ends up dealing with various injuries. In 2014, he's, not really recovered from the injuries that he dealt with. So he ends up getting cut. But during his time in New England, he was a 5-time Pro Bowler, 1-time first-team All-Pro, and a 3-time second-team All-Pro. Very impressive pick. Now, the last team to discuss, obviously, is Houston here. So with the 41st pick in 2003, they would select tight end Benny Japru, who only appeared in 1 game over 3 years due to not performing well or injuries before getting released. The 75th pick would be offensive tackle Seth Wand, who started 18 games over 3 years before walking as a free agent. So, all in all, who wins this trade? Pretty obviously New England. Vince Wilfork was a beast for them for a good decade. So, they got themselves a very good pickup there. Houston didn't do good at all. Baltimore at least had an okay starter for a few years. So, all in all, good trade for the Patriots. But that was the Vince Wilfork trade. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good rest of your day.